What's going on, everybody? Free to play OG here. We're back. It's day 187 on the free to play account series here in Marvel Future Fight. Hope you're all doing fantastic wherever you are, whenever you are. Hope you're having a great day so far. We got a fantastic live stream lined up today. You've never seen anything like it, guys. This is going to be out of control. Hype machine, go. Micro machines, no micro machines yet, man. I'm just waking up. We're just getting started. God, man, imagine trying to do the what's ups to everybody in chat with micro machines. That would be so brutal. Maybe someday when we're really good. Anyhow, guys, we do have some fun stuff lined up today. It looks like we are going to have that week where we just kind of have to make our own fun. Hopefully they give us some good events. We will see how that plays out, keeping our eyes on the forums. But before we get into this live stream, what's up, Frost? What's up, DVD Plays? How you doing, man? Thanks for being here. Comics Talio, what's going on? Thanks for hanging out. Goated, what's up, Swampajou? How you doing, bro? Baki's here. What's going on, Baki? How you doing, man? Yeah, no raps yet. What's up? Who else we got? We got HN710 in the house. Circles here as well. What's going on, guys? Wayne's here. What's going on, Wayne Clark? Thanks for hanging out, bro. We got Hamale in the house. We've got 20-foot Burmese Python here. Feet up. All right. Sanjeev's in the house. What's going on, dude? Thanks for being here, bro. We got Kylo here as well. Juan's here. What's going on, dude? Thanks for being here. Hemant Chowdhury Honey. What's up, dude? Your name is something else, and I enjoy it. And that's it, it looks like. What's going on, everybody? Thanks for being here. Appreciate y'all. What's up, Charles? Icon? What's going on, guys? Let's get this thing started. Wait, free? Free? Did you guys see that? I saw the word free on my screen. Oh, it's my... No. Bad. The rest of this, though, yes. Should I just line it up with the energy? Kind of annoying having it staggered, eh? Yeah. I'm gonna line that up with the energy. I'm waiting on my refresh, like I said yesterday. I want this to be after stream. I'm tired of like collecting this at like 7 o'clock in the morning. It's the worst time right before we do the live stream. It's awful. So I'm gonna let this hang until the end of the live stream, and then I will collect it afterwards. Lines everything up nice and neat. Gives me that big bunch of energy right after the stream so I can get into a mythic rift or something like that. Let's go with some rewards. A bunch of energy. Hey, there's the Nornstones. What's going on, Nornstones? A lot of energy this morning. Looking good. You love to see it. I mean, I can't say how much, but it's nice getting a little bit of extra essence, I think. I got to rearrange the sectors again pretty soon here. I think we'll have enough to get another sector to 15 is my hopes. Nice hit on the Nornstones there. Other than that, just a bunch of good energy. Put us up over 300, golly. Okay, and here, too short on gold for these right now. Even though we kind of want the mythic cards, I just don't want to be tanking out gold for them right now. It's not that kind of priority for us, and the gold very much is. So I'm being really stingy with the bios and gold, but the tokens, I'm being a little reckless, I'm not gonna lie. So if I refresh this, I won't have enough tokens anyways to get tier 4 materials right now. Plus I want bios really bad. So let's not refresh this though. What I'm gonna do is wait a bit, get some more tokens before I use my free refresh later in the day. That way, just in case we have a shot at some good materials or something like that, I will be more prepared with hopefully some dispatch tokens. You never know, you can get a crit on those tokens for like 175 tokens, stuff like that. It's pretty wild, man. Pretty wild. We do need to. Let's see, how do we want to do this? Let's go ahead and just do our event world boss. Yeah, get our OB chest here. Then we'll go ahead and just do the requirements for the dice game. Finish that up, get our OB chest there. Then we'll do the alliance and inbox and profit. All right, let's go. Oof. Need to spend some more gold? Oh, that's a tough question to answer, Charles. What are you like building right now? Where can you spend it? You know what I mean? Because like, optimally you'd want to spend the gold on something you need to build. So 25 million is a good amount. That's like a full character build. I mean, that's a lot. I'm over here just thinking. I'm thinking about Venom. Truly. Having a think. Having a think. You really can cover Combat Hero ABX with, like, Wolverine. I'm not gonna lie. People wondering why my Venom's not tier 4. You know. And people asking who they should build, Hulk or Venom. Probably Hulk, guys. And this isn't about the whole hating on Venom or hating on Hulk thing. Hulk is more like covers more game modes right now. He's really, really good. You get him for cheap. Everybody's got him. And because he covers more, like if you think about where you're at without Venom, especially if you have Wolverine with his newest uniform, without Wolverine with his newest uniform, Venom's value, I think, increases quite a bit. Because then what are you covering your combat, you know, hero day with or whatever for ABX? It'd be ugly, right? But if you have Wolverine, look, Venom, I'm sorry, bro. I hate to say it. I'm not saying he's bad, because he's really, really good. He rips it up, but I don't think Venom and Hulk is like the same thing. I mean, because you could... Because, like, your options, basically, you get an option to cover what Venom does in Wolverine, right? And then, if you don't have Hulk, what do you have covering what Hulk does? You know what I mean? Who's your combat villain? It has to be someone that's, like... It has to be, like, what, Kingpin? Or what? Who are you running instead of Hulk if you're not tier 4ing Hulk, you know what I mean? So, there you go. I think it kind of there's a logical way out of that disagreement. It's not even really an argument. You just look at the facts. Venom is what Venom is, and he's very, very strong, and he covers Combat Hero ABX well. Yeah, well, screw Doc Ock. Forget that. That's crazy talk. But bam, there we go. Oh, bees. That is just interesting to think about, man. Like, that's really what it, I think, boils down to. Goated's being a bit hyperbolic, if you will, with Venom's value. But Hulk is a different thing. Hulk covers different types and can, like, flex and cover one of the days that Venom can even do. And then there's one day, I think it is, that Venom can do that Hulk cannot. Maybe there's an ABL day as well. But I'd have to go look at the requirements. It's hard to remember them all by heart. But, yeah. You end up using Hulk more, and he's less replaceable with the current lineup. Like, that's what I'm trying to get at. With the current meta, a lot of people have this. And if you have this unit, it's very easy to not have this. Just saying. But I still like this, as you can tell. But, you know, Hulk's Hulk, man. We'll see. Can't be stopped. Yeah, yeah. There's that too. Hulk has like a good amount of PvP value for new players, free-to-play players, a lot of players, even ones that have been playing for a while. Yeah. But don't be talking ish about Venom, bro. Because I hated the look of that uniform, and then I got it, and I really enjoy it. So, though it may not be quite as applicable to different game modes as certain other characters, I still enjoy it very much, and it's a really good uniform. And it does cover meta day for free-to-play players that do not have a gladiator. All right, that's enough about those two. Let's get some dice. Get some dice. We got to do a multiverse invasion. Let's go. Boom, a boom, boom. I don't like to think about it, so I just put it on auto and then take it off auto. Goated goes in the bin, I'm afraid. Gladiator is, sure, Gladiator's free to play. Everything in this game is free to play except for a couple premium characters. Everything. In fact, Goated, you should. Where's your free-to-play account that's unlocked all these characters? I'm confused. It sounds easy. You make it sound like it's just the most free-to-play friendly character in the game. I'm just kidding. I know you're kidding. Now, Epic Quest characters are hard, man, especially for newer free-to-play accounts. So when you're lining up that first set of characters, usually Epic Quest characters don't fit into it. You know what I mean? You are loud this morning, Goated. Screaming, bro. You hit that button. If you look on your... Wow, you're on your phone, too. So you're like, actually, you have that little arrow. See how it's highlighted? It's like big and white like that. That's because you've locked in the capital letters feature. And it appears to just be locked. And you are now typing in all capital letters. Just in case you didn't know. In case you didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the thing, right? And then I would have to tier 4, like I would have to tier 4 Wolverine. Oh, no. We're gonna start another one. No. Cancel. No, not Multiverse Invasion. I would tier 4 Wolverine first because of the PvP value. So it's like, ooh. Ouch. All right, what do we got going on here? We need more dice. That's not enough dice. We need more dice. How you gonna gamble with 3 dice, bro? That's not enough dice. Not even close. Otherworld battle. Let's see what we can do. Oh, I want to do. Let's go ahead and sniff out an opponent here. That looks pretty deadly. That looks pretty deadly. Also too deadly. Very much death. 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 Gonna die. Gonna die, but less likely to die than all the other ones. Best character for CTP of Conquest? A best character is hard. Good ones would be like Sentry, Silver Surfer, Wolverine, I think, things like that. There's other ones I'm missing. I think Carnage does well with a mighty CTP of Conquest, if I'm not mistaken. Something like that. What's up, Kooky Dow? How you doing? Yeah. Didn't say what's up before we answered your question. Anyways, let's just jump into this, dude. We're gonna die. It doesn't matter. Whatever. Just go. I just want the dice, baby. I just want that die. I'll come back later and we'll cycle through opponents for 20 minutes. Goated. He's vicious. He's got the spice this morning. He brought the pepper. The chili pepper. Best striker for Venom. What's up, unique person? How you doing? Oh, yo. Shoot, man. I never doubted us for a second, dudes. We had that in the bag the whole time. Never a doubt in my mind. What's up, Alan Fu? How you doing, man? No, and nobody really wants a regular CTP of Conquest for like reasons that I could break down. If you really want, I can break down why. But it's best to get a mighty CTP for PvP before you even equip anything. But Silver Surfer is a good option. It's not his best CTP if it's like a mighty. I'm pretty sure a mighty Authority is going to be better than a regular Conquest, but a mighty Conquest is much better than a mighty Authority, if that makes sense. Like a regular Conquest is not something you generally want to equip to anybody. Just want to save it and wait. In fact, just to drive that point home, I don't equip them unless they're mighty, because it's not that good comparatively until it is a mighty. So you really want to get that mighty CTP reforged before you equip it. World boss one time, fine. We'll go do our world boss one time. What are we doing? What are we doing? We got Infinity Ultron for boss of the day. This is borderline where I'm not sure. We really need life seeds, so we may just go for 5 clears of Infinity Ultron today. Oh boy, I don't think I'm going to get Adam Warlock right now. It's true though. That's so true, but it's just too hefty a cost, man. We'll see. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. It's at least not happening till Black Friday. Well, let's just start with one of these. That's fine. And the unlock challenge is something I don't like. Yeah, it's Makari. Makari, that's right. Makari, not sorry. We'll stay away from our tier 4s for now. Yeah. We could give her like actual sports. Yeah. Anyways, sorry. I'm like thinking, drifting off in my head, going places, thinking about stuff. You know, places to be, things to do. We'll just give her the other alien. Why not? These strikers are whack-a-doodle. Whack-a-doodle. What's up, Rahman? How you doing, young man? Good to see you. Thanks for coming by the stream. Ark, how are you doing, my friend? Good to see you as well. Dark Individual Volume 1 is here. What's going on, dude? Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Right now, what are we at? That's a really good question. We got the 5, so we're at like 13, 15? 13%? Thank you. I don't know. An amount. Yeah, I'm shifting gears on the guide, which means we're gonna have to wait a tiny bit longer. But dude, I was getting ready to make the Infinity Ultron guide, and I go look at Alex's guide, and Commander has a guide. Dude, talk about redundant. And I think a lot of people don't even want to see that stuff. Like a few people do. So the few people that do, there's so many good guides for those bosses. We're going to get into some more stuff that there aren't a lot of good guides for. Like dispatch mode, we'll do an update on that. And things like Uru, and honestly, an Essence guide that deals with artifacts, Essence, and Rift farming. Because that's a really, like, I think there's a lot of mystery around how that's done for a lot of new players. You know what I'm saying? All right, man, we got dice. We got dice. Hot dice. Let's go gamble. Hot dice. Not really gambling, is it? But we can pretend, right? Oh, let's go. Let's chase this lady. All right, man. Here we go. We need what? We need one lap, and we've got 16 dice. One lap, 16 dice. I don't know if we're gonna make it, guys. Like we physically have to. I don't even think there's 16 spaces here. Nope, there are not. Not quite. Or like exactly 16 spaces. Oh, we haven't done it yet. We're gonna do it here in a second. We're just grabbing our OBs so we can do our inventory and alliance. I'm sort of doing things in a weird order just because I want to get this done. So we can get the Odins Blessing, and then we'll have 2 Odins Blessing chests in the inventory. We'll go open everything up, get all that done, and then yeah, we'll do our events. We'll do Cosmic Core, all that good stuff, and get this thing rolling, man. I thought I was going to be doing things all speedy, but here we are watching Spider-Man roll dice, so I don't know. I thought we got to catch Black Cat here, man, because he is carrying a lot of gold around. Might be tough. We'll see. Yeah, for real. Venom would be a great tier 4. Especially if you didn't have other characters, because he could cover other bases. He would be good. Maybe not the best first tier 4, no. But certainly not a horrible one. Better than Loki. Boy, it burns and freezes. Nasty elves twisted it. What you gonna do? Sometimes you gotta roast yourself, man. Sometimes you gotta get roasted. Are we not gonna catch this lady? She's just gonna run away with 2 million gold here? For real? We got 2 dice left. 2 dice. I need to roll a 7 here, guys. Let's roll a 7. Okay, that's a 2. It's not a 7. We need a 5. We need a 5. That's a 1. Now we need 4. Yeah, no, we're screwed. No, that nasty old bench got away. I guess we're going to have to go buy dice. That's the only responsible thing to do. I'm going to hit this. What does this do? 1 roll is 50 crystals. Ah, run away. Run away. What's going on, Big Duck? How you doing, bro? Thanks for coming and hanging out today. It's good to see you. Kevin, what's going on, my friend? Oh my goodness, yeah, you are fired up, goated. Let her go, brother. Settle down. I'm gonna sick Venom on you. You're gonna be dreaming about Venom, having nightmares and stuff. Holy smokes. No, widowed. All right, let's go get our inventory and alliance checked in, checked out, and collected. No, we're saving that. Get away, you pip. And gold. Some support. Some support. Let's see here. What are people after? Oh, I wish. Wish I had 100 of those to give you. Feathers I do have to give. Absolutely. Take my feathers. Gear up kits, not so much, unfortunately. And I think we'll just go for something easy to fill. Here, like, bam. Because we are going to need a lot. So, there we go. All right. Getting into the inbox, but before we do, let's grab these. Cha-ching! All right. And into the inbox. All right, let's go ahead and grab... Never mind, let's go back to the Hero Pursuit event because I'm silly and I need to collect my rewards. There we go. A little bit of Carbonadium. Very nice. A little bit of Odins Blessing. Very nice. Thanks, event. Appreciate you. Inbox. There we go. Now we've got 2. Let's go. Yeah, at least take off the caps lock key, brother. Holy shit, you're just like screaming into chat. Not fun for anybody. Except you maybe, but not fun for anybody else. It's almost like caps lock is like screaming, dude. It assaults your eyeballs. You know what I'm saying? You're assaulting the balls. And nobody wants their balls assaulted at whatever it is, like 8:45 in the morning, 8:50. Poo-hoo-hoo. Don't be assaulting my balls. No, 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 sir. Get up out of my eye holes. Did we already hit one of our OBs? Nope, there's one. Oh, let's go, team. Bro, let's go. One hand up for a heal. Oh, yeah, and the other hand up for a strike. Let's go. All right, man. That is absolutely glorious right there. Glorious. We needed this, and we needed this. We're happy. Hoorah! All right, and then we got a bunch. Yeah, that was pretty wild. Crazy OBs right there. 2,300,000 gold and some Essence of Dimension sitting in the inbacks. 1 hour till expiry on these boost points. I just can't. You know what the real thing is? I haven't done any farming of dispatch or anything in days. It has been days and days. I just haven't had the energy. So these have just been sitting here, man. Pretty much waiting to expire because I forget to use them, so let's just use them for GBR, man. Might as well. Better than letting them go to waste, right? Alrighty, let's do... We got our inbox, we got our OBs. Very nice. Let's get on to some GBR. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm afraid not. Okay, okay. 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 Okay, okay. All right, let us in, let us in. Top to bottom. Bottom to top, bottom to top. Bro, yeah, I donate feathers. My problem is I got a bunch of people asking for gear up kits and biometrics. The gear up kits, I can't blame you, but the biometrics, man, you guys are crazy. I think I'm gonna give you my bios. Hell no, everybody needs bios. Weird as hell. Easy. Yeah, dude, I don't even... We're not even running our X-Men missions anymore because I spend so few feathers. I don't have, like, I don't craft cards right now. Someday we will, but not really. Holding off on that, man. We don't have enough bonus options to roll for it to matter. No, what? What? What's up, Ashish? How you doing? I gotta scroll up. Hang on just a sec. Did you say Victor was in here? No. Oh, no, you're just throwing him under the bus. And you hit your caps lock key again on accident, bro. Sorry about the wait. Sorry here. Gordon scared me. I thought Victor was in the chat. I was like, oh. No, he's just in the Alliance, constantly requesting biometrics. That's what it is. Yes, that is correct. Hey, what's up, Vid? How are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. I know. People need them, though. I can't fault people for asking for those things. It's just I watch the biometric requests sit there and expire. So when that happens, you're literally, like, hurting everybody. You're not helping yourself, and you're not helping the Alliance, because those are tokens somebody could have had for Tier 4 materials that they do not have, because they can't give you their biometrics, you know what I'm saying? Not a requirement, just a thing, you know? Hey, it's Nadar. What's going on, dude? Thanks for being here, my friend. It's good to see ya. Let's go. See if we can actually get some attacks in here before this guy dies. Well, get in our alliance and start donating them, you bum. What are you doing? Bragging about them, that doesn't help us. Let's go. And then we need one more. So with these, unfortunately, when I use the boost points, I usually just do the one run because I got to come back. I don't think we get 29 with one run. We're going to go for it, though, just for fun. Let's see if we can. I think you can. I just don't think we do. You know what I'm saying? I think it's possible to get 30. Possible. Sorry about the spam here, guys. Going one more time. I'll go from the bottom to the top again since I already hit the top twice. I think I hit everybody that second time, though. Anyhow. Yeah, Godin's over here having a conniption fit. He's like sitting in the corner, rocking back and forth, screaming at the top of his lungs about Venom. I don't know what is going on with the dude Nadar, but I think you need to go help him. He needs a hug. He needs somebody to show him how to turn caps lock off. But definitely do not. Oops. I was talking smack. I'm sorry, guys. I was too busy talking shit about Godin. My bad, y'all. Oh, God. Why would anybody come do GBR just to sit in a lobby? Woo! All right. Locked in. I'm locked in, guys. I'm locked in. Don't be scared. I'm locked in. We got this. Godin can't distract me. He can't distract me. He's got nothing. No power over me. It's just like David Bowie. Dude, you have no power over me, Godin. Did you lose too? That's hilarious. Good times, Godin. Good times. That was a funny mental picture for me. Look, Venom. Look, Venom. I'm starting to wonder what Venom did to you, bro. Gave you the old bad symbiote touch. Later, Galactus. Thanks for the carry, guys. Sorry about the distraction. I'll go ahead and blame Godin for that 100%. He is over there wasting your time, and holy smokes, look at that, folks. Almost like we planned it. All right, let's move this thing along. Let's do this. We didn't do this, did we? Let's do this. I've been putting it off long enough. I don't want to click this button, man. I don't want to click this button. Once we click this button, we have to face the music, you know what I mean? Not really, because I'm just going to walk away from this. But people talking about gambling on this, I don't know. Although, I will say, let's look really quick. Okay, so we've got Sorry, bear with me. Maybe you guys will think this is interesting. What is it? It's 12 CTPs here, or how many do we have? 14? 12? 13. I was way off. Is it 13? Is that right? So it is. 13. 13 times 2, 7, 6, 9. Well, yeah, 3.5. So 3.6. Thanks, Wayne. Thanks, Wayne. About 3.6. And then what we really need to know, because I could have just asked about that. What I want to know. I think our friend is right. That's what I'm getting at here, guys. I think our friend is actually correct. I hate even clicking on things. I have to click on this to see the odds, don't I? Does anyone just know off the top of their head? Is it 6.9 goated for a CTP? No, it's way lower than that. Way lower than that. Are you including the pity? Or are you just not talking about this? I don't like being in there. He's like, just click it. No, you click it. So if we go in here. 0.4. Wow, guys. Interesting. So, no, it is not. So it's slightly worse than gambling. Like, so every click on this cosmic core is 75 crystals, right? And every shot for a CTP from gambling in the shop is 75 crystals. This is like 3% chance, 3.6% chance to get a CTP, and the other one's like gonna be 4 point something. So like a, you know, or not, is it, yeah, 3.6 total percent chance. And then the problem, guys, is first of all, we're saving crystals, hard saving crystals. In fact, let me just back out of there so no one's tempted by that right now. On our account, no. Bad idea. We don't need the CTPs. We're probably going to miss them. We're just going to waste crystals. As fun as it would be for the stream, we're going to do more fun stuff with those crystals. And every crystal counts. But not terrible odds. Not terrible odds. Whoops. For the Cosmic Core. I'm not going to lie. Rerolling for CTPs here isn't the craziest thing on Earth. However, the only reason it would be possibly better than shop gambling is because you get something when you miss. With shop gambling, the best thing you're gonna get is a 6-star obelisk, right? So, hey, wow, grats KT3, good luck, my friend. Get ready to get hit by those, whatever it is, debuffs, man, in Vibranium. Ay. I'm not excited for it. I am concerned. Well, this is actually a decent reward. Nah, we can't throw crystals at it, dude. It's just not. It ain't right. It ain't right. It's not the time. If there were chances for a P card in here, even if it was like, you know, the smallest chance ever, I would consider it. But there's not. So all it is a small chance to get a CTP, and that's just not enough to tempt me to waste crystals. As much as I hate to say it, because I'm right there with you. Trust me, the itch, I've got it. I got an itch, and there's only one cure. But I'm just going to keep the itch, and I'll save it till Black Friday, and then we'll scratch the itch. Old itchy free-to-plays, man. We don't get to scratch. We just sit there and itch. That sounds crazy. Give me that Essence of Dimension. Let's go. Gimme. Nice. Getting a lot of crits here. I'll tell you what, guys. That was so cheap. Let's see what our energy looks like at the end of the stream. Maybe we take one more. Probably not. Probably not. But yeah, there you go. So Cosmic Core, we actually did decent, man. No CTPs, but we did get 10 million gold, a 6-star mega rank up ticket, 450 Essence of Dimension, and 900 black antimatter. So not bad, man, for an event, I would say. Looking pretty damn good. Just did not get the CTP, which is okay. Yeah, I never did see if you answered, Charles, about that gold spending mission. Definitely just try and spend it on things you need to build if you're still here. That's the answer I got for you, dude. Just make sure it's on something you need to build. You're not just like buying gold cost uniforms or trying to find a way to spend the gold. There's always a way to do it on something you want to build. All right, let's keep rolling. Oh, let's lock those up. I think we're all locked, but let's make sure. No, those are artifacts. Don't be silly. Don't be silly. Yeah, the heals are good. Damn, we got 3 strikes? That's wild. We got 5 strikes on no, and I have 3 in the bags. That is crazy. 3 in my satchels, in my RPG sacks. All right, let's finish these up. I'm still not sure. I should have paid better attention to the rewards we got from that first run. Still not sure if I want to do World Boss Legend Plus today. Let's do another one, and this time I'll pay attention. This time I'll pay attention. Sure, go ahead, Venom. Go ahead, brother. Take a baki. And that's plenty. Don't need anything else spicy. Take Luke Cage. Guy never gets to do anything. Take him with you to the park. All right, let's get some physical strikers. Let's get like you, sure. Some more, I don't know why I do this, like why I care. Take that. Sure, take that. That's what we want. Get some, yeah. Get us some potential realization. You know what I'm saying? Welcome back, DBD Plays. Yeah, I'm worried. I'm going to get demoted in Team Battle Arena, I think. Nothing for it, man. I realized that, like, when I was putting in effort this week, because the bans hit me so hard, like, I was getting about as bad of a win ratio as I was just going to get for letting my rank drop a little bit and doing it on auto, which is rare, but the bans hurt so bad for this account this week. There's just not much for it. Yeah, it's brutal, man. It's just not having null and having Sentry not tier 4. It's just absolutely brutal. It makes it very difficult to find wins with, like, basically a combination of Magic tier 4, level 80 Wolverine, and Black Widow tier 4. Like, that's kind of what I'm working with. And it's, man. What's up, Kyle O'Neill? How you doing? Because you're gonna run into, you know, several other... Damn! Complete! Let's go, man. Potential found. Got a book. So what are we getting here? We're getting... Yeah, no, this is... I'm gonna just do this. I want the double shots at Life Seed. 2 times chances to get some Life Seed, and we're still... This is better, I think, than we would get from World Boss Legend Plus. Just barely. Just barely. If I'm not mistaken. Which means we can go ahead and use some tier 4s here. Sure, Gwenny P, get her done, rip it up, let's go. Yeah, as long as there aren't a bunch of tier 4s and the strikers, we're good. Depends on your roster, but yeah, I think the tier 4 bump for Gwenpool Baki is amazing. Did I say hi, Kyle? I think so, but hi, Kyle, even if I didn't. How you doing? Double hi, in case I forgot. And also, Gwenpool is very much dependent on whether or not you are, like, free to play. There's, like, other, yeah, there's things to think about with Gwenpool. But if you're in a similar situation to a lot of free to play players, yeah, she is a great option for a tier 4. She definitely cooks, man. Yeah, this is way better. Interesting. So it looks like Infinity Ultron is kind of the cutoff. You get around 30, I think it was 30 something carbo we were getting off World Boss of the Day for our World Boss Legend. Oh, I forgot about the book. So yeah. Yes, Duck, we are doing account help this stream. Absolutely. Got this Titans record. grab that. Keep on going. Clear these up real quick. That'll be nice too. We can get into the account help a little quicker. Actually get a good amount done today. Just any old body will do. How about Coulson? Take Coulson for a spin. You know what I mean? Probably Duck here. Yeah. Just like that. No guarantees, never, but can always try, man. Yeah, 3 is a spam. 3 is a spam. I expect bruh, not bruh. Bruh is right out. Hey, Kyle. Probably just gotta wait a bit. I can't do it right now. You know what I mean? And I don't make like a long list because it just is crazy. I've said so many times why, but people aren't around when you want to look at their account. You know what I mean? The list gets so long, you'll never be able to get to the end of it. So I just do them. I do it live. I do it when we do them. I just grab the names when we're looking at accounts and do them 1 to 4 at a time, depending on what I'm feeling like. Usually 3. Okay, one more clear here. Have we even used like, no, let's use Storm. We'll use Storm here. I do this for fun. I don't know why. There's super duper overkill. Not yet, Alan. Shoot. I need to do that. I need to like write that down. Like several people have asked me about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and I will be 100% honest with you guys, as I usually am. I have always dismissed that show as probably being bad. I just assumed that it was not good because it was like kind of one of the I never enjoyed like Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist. I tried to get into all of them and never really, I didn't think they were particularly bad, I guess. I just never really got into them. And then I never even watched a single episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So I gotta check it out, man. Because a lot of people have recommended it. I'm not saying my expectations are through the roof or anything, but it sounds like it might be a decent show as it picks up. Heard that too, that it gets better as it goes. Like it starts maybe a little slower and picks up. Smack you in the face, sir. I'm surprised it let me get away with that. I was literally touching that beam. He's standing in it, like right on top of it. That was crazy. Adios, Ultron. Adios. Until next time, my friend. Hey, let's go. There's that life seed. Looking for you. I was looking for you. Okay, nice. And we got some carbo. We are going to work on Sentry today. We skipped him yesterday, I think. I don't know, man. These are blurring together, dudes. What are we? 187? Something like that. So I reserve the right to not know what the hell is going on at this point. My mouse isn't working. That's interesting. Oh, there we go. Better. Much better. All right, so we got potential here. Nice potential here, and I'm gonna hunt down some bios. We'll take her to 70 maybe tomorrow, and then we do get a CTP chest, guys, right? CTP day is like 2 days away, something like that, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Again, and then we do have like, I think we can buy some stuff in the shops if we need to. We are 2 clicks in on this one. Ouch. All right. I'm just gonna let this rip, man. Screw it. Be kind, Sentry. Be kind. Not bad, guys. It's decent. It's gonna be sub 20, I think. Sub 20. which you really like to see from this gear, man. Woo! This one's a dick. And then we'll have the 2 hardest gears done, which is really exciting. In fact, let's go. Can we just grab that little last bit of carbonadium we need right here? Let's find out. Nah, it wasn't that rigged, bro. Come on. We already put 2 into it. That's 16. That's not being rigged. That's just being bad, dude. You gotta quit doing that. No. No little bit of carbo for us. Bummer. So we'll just wait, man. We're almost there. Just about done with that second gear. And then we can move on to one that's a little less pricey, I'm thinking. We could just go. We're gonna need to... I think we can buy carbo once. We're gonna have to. I have to check my shops. They're all kind of filling up. We've got a double purchase coming from Zombie Survival after the next reset. I'm holding off on CTPs here right now. We're pulling all the stops until we have tier 4 Sentry. Okay, so we can get some carbonadium. Nice. Let's see if we can finish. We can finish that gear up. Let's finish it up, dudes. Let's grab some carbo here. We're gonna grab Life Seed and Soul the Faltine, most likely from Zombie Survival. And then the rest of our shops should be good when we get towards the end of building Sentry. I just know we're gonna need Life Seed. Like, you can already tell that we're gonna need it really bad. So we're at what, 16, 17, 18, 19. Sub 20, like I said. 19 on that last one. 19 total. So decent. Won't catch me crying tears over a 19. In fact, you won't ever really catch me crying about this thing, but 19 ain't bad for that last one. All right, so here we get a cheaper gear, both gold cost wise and material wise. Yeah, you can see these are a little bit lower as far as the demands. I'm pretty sure this is the one, right? Yeah, the second gear that eats up all your materials. Something like that. But anyways, let's keep rolling now because we got some extra carbo, so let's just keep working at it. We'll just go down the line. Dodge crit rate or crit damage HP just fine. Let's just relay it and see how we do. 7's pretty rough on that first one, but that's okay. Like I said, we just let him rip, man, till it's done. Till it's done. All right, so good. We have a little extra life seed still. Our life seed's leading our carbonadium, and that's really, really good. If I could click on this, because we've still got so far to go with these skills. Let's go ahead and do this, man, just to keep up on gold costs so they sneak up on us less. There we go. Much better. And then each gear is, or excuse me, skill is what? Like about 400 carbonadium. And get free what? No, I don't think so, man. What's up, Mr. Monch? How you doing, bro? Good to see you, dude. All right, so all we've got left, guys, is ABXL. Let's jump in here really quick. That's Multiverse Invasion. That's not even it. Let's do normal here. Let Null rip it up, sure. Why not? And then, yeah, we got Blast Male, and then, what is it, Human Female? So I believe that is Doctor Strange and Gwenpool is who that is. Gwenny P. Oh, is homie here? You're such a... What's up, Magic King? How you doing? Thanks for coming by the stream, my friend. Yeah, the Luke Cage one I could not get into. What's up, Dev? How you doing? I'm doing good, Monch. I'm doing really good, bro. Really good. Got a busy day today and not a bad day. I'm excited. It's been hot though, guys. Like for us, where I live, we don't get a lot of hot weather, so when things get up in the upper 80s, towards the 90s, woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Place dies down, man. It's actually crazy because this place doesn't die down. It goes absolutely berserk when it gets hot because everybody comes from the valley out to the coast because it's about 5 to 10 degrees cooler out here. But we're wieners, so we get smoked by 90-degree weather. It is brutal. Can't hang. I can't hang. I don't know how people... Air conditioning. That's how they deal with it, with 107-degree heat. Good lordy. I can't do it. Ooh, that is rough, Baki. That's hot. That's hot. How was this? Yeah, and then I watched some of Jessica Jones, and I thought it was pretty boring. That was my problem. I just couldn't really get into it. I was like, this isn't giving. It's like you can't, in my opinion, it's difficult to make a superhero show that has no powers or anything interesting and is basically just a inferior detective show. Like, I'll go watch like True Detective if I want to watch a detective show. I don't need to watch some, boring, sanitized detective show because it has a superhero in it that has no powers. It's very boring. I never made it that far, man. I don't think. I never made it that far. So here we get to swap out you for you. All right. And that's it. Let her rip. All right. Sit up here. Maximum effort. Minimum frame rate. Let's go. Let's go. Actually, before we go. Now let's go. Landed right in the meteor. Ain't that a bummer? Probably should have. Well, someday I'll learn to hit my tier 4 skill sooner. Train my brain here. Try. We'll see how that goes. And even there, I think technically I want to just use the 6 when it comes up in AVX instead of waiting and lining it up on the 4. But using it would be good enough for me at this point. Okay, this dude's gonna jump in the middle, I think. Nope, just kidding. I am gonna save that tier 3 skill though, because he should. Wow. Jump to the center at some point. At some point. Go, brain, go! You can do it. Ah! Nice. I don't know why I didn't hit the 6 skill there. That would have been nice. But it's all good, because we got our 13 mil. Hey, which is good enough for me. Let's see here. Blast Villain. All right. Is that like 13-4? Something like that. 13-3. 13-3 paralysis. We got Strange in the lead. We got Leader on the side. And we got Scooby-O. And we got 13.3 mil. What is all this? Get out of here. There we go. There we go. Which compares pretty well, guys. to the rest of our scores we have on record. And that, God, there's so much room for improvement. It's fantastic. If anyone's wondering, one of the reasons I like this game mode, if I like it, which I do, there's always so much room for improvement. It's really difficult to be really, really good at this game mode. There's a huge skill ceiling in this game mode, so there's always these little tweaks you can do. I did really poorly with the 6 skill for ABX in that one. I think I missed one in a rotation and did not use it when it was up most of the time. So pretty cool, man. We got room to work on that. I wasn't even watching my proc because I'm watching my rotation instead of watching my procs. All that kind of stuff. Okay, let's see here. Oh boy. It's so brutal that I use Gwenpool for so many days and I really don't like playing her. That's not true. I just really want to lock in on a way to play her and stop changing it. So there we go. That's the truth too. That's the truth. It is good. If you could learn how to do 30 to 50% of an ABL or ABX run correctly according to Bob Sarge, you are killing it, dude. You're killing it. Especially as a new player. Oh my goodness. The rotations are insane. People act like they're not, but they're absolutely batshit. What is going on? It's crazy. Like, that was poor. I'll read. Watch what happens. So that tier 3 got us like 590,000. Okay. It's true. He's a tough teacher. He likes to use the rod, but he is the GOAT. It is correct. PoE 1. PoE 1. I'll try and do this correctly here. Let's see. Not correctly, because you actually get other hits in right here and stuff that I'm not going to do. Oh, I did it wrong, but it's okay. Better. It'll work. It'll still show. Look at the difference in the score. Look at the difference in the score. Just from the tier 3, we went from like 500,000 to 700,000. I'm going to get hit here. So this is terrible positioning. Terrible. Get hit again. Don't care. It's all right. As long as the run doesn't get complete. Oh, we don't even have a cancel. I got to start over. We don't even got a cancel. But anyways, it's crazy how much just one thing, like where you put the tier 4 skill or where you know, just shifting one thing, like instead of doing, you know, you're doing maybe like 1, 2, 3, or like 1, 4, 1, 3, 4, 2, right? Her buffs are on her 4. So like 4, you know, doing 4 first buffs all the other moves. It's the same with like the tier 4 skill on a lot of characters. It buffs everything else. So you want to use things in sequence. Still so weird to me that World Boss Legend kicks you out, but ABL does not. All right, let's see here. We need a cancel, and we need a shock cancel. Shaka. I'll still probably go with Thor. Although, this is so weird. Goated actually sent me screenshots in case people did not know. The damage number right here for Thor's Love and Thunder uniform is like... Do you know it, Goated? Do you remember what it was? It's like 1,400 and something, so literally like 1,000 more damage. So that is why, if anyone like me was wondering why the hell people use Love and Thunder uniform to strike with Thor, that is why. It's not worth buying for that, but yeah, 1,732. Thanks, Goat. Crazy, dude. Crazy. Or something. Okay, something like that. Much, much higher. Like 3 times as much damage just on this base damage number. So that's why people strike with Thor a lot and always are like, use Thor, use Thor. But when we look at like the damage numbers here, they're much more comparable. And our Storm is like really strong. So it's a tough call. I think Thor still does better, is what we've kind of determined. So let's go ahead and do that. All right. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Let's try it again. But yeah, hitting the moves in the right order. And it's particularly, well, not particularly, tough for me because the keypad is not the optimal form of gameplay. So getting better at it-ish. But it has certainly been a learning curve. That's how picky I get when I'm practicing too. I ain't starting to run and missing the 2. That ain't happening. Actually, it can matter a lot, dude. You miss one skill and then your tier 3 won't be ready at the right time, or your tier 4 won't be ready at the right time. Pretty wild stuff, man. Actually, I think I missed an attack there. And still not as, I've actually, see what I determined here. I'm gonna try two things. Yeah. Try something different. It's also, I'm not sure if She-Hulk lead, no. Yeah, we could try it. We could try it. I don't mind. Sure. Doesn't bother me. I don't know if we've tried She-Hulk lead here. I don't know if it's better. Hard to say. Hard to say. Yeah, we'd have to do that and then that. Yeah. Try that. Yeah. Let's do that. I like it. Thanks, dude. I like any chance to use She-Hulk lead. So yeah, we just scoot Shuri over, keep Shuri. Katie we can lose. Katie's hardly giving us anything. She's giving us like 20% ignore dodge or something like that, and that's it. Like all she's bringing to the table. Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna try doing the one here and then moving my arse. And he's gonna target me again, and I should have moved, but it'll be okay. Then I wanna move here. Much better, much better. Could be even better. Avoiding the damage does more for us than trying to min-max our hits. Getting hit by Surtur is devastating for us because we don't score a lot. And with a small score to begin with, getting hit is like devastating. Okay. So we don't want to hit the 2, that's fine. Okay, right there, I shouldn't have taken all those hits. I should have moved. Oh, I gotta get the light. I missed it. That was not good. Not good. No, we missed it. Missed a light. I thought I grabbed it while we're swinging around. Story mode chests are the bomb, bro. Especially early when you need all the other stuff in them. They're so good. Yeah, I think we still got hit there. Yep, not a good start. Yeah, too many hits. I gotta not stand in that second, like, salvo or whatever the hell you want to call that. Wakey, wakey. No, you don't need to wait for him there. Good to know. Get our might. Try and move. Yeah. Here. Nice, caught the back end of the tier 4 buff there. Which is the best end of the tier 4 buff, by the way. Still just like kind of getting hit by everything. It's not good. Okay, here comes our Odin's Might. Yeah, I just cannot figure this lady out. She is such a pain in my ass. Don't know what it is, man. Don't know what it is. I just cannot find a rotation for her that does, like, that isn't insanely complicated and does consistently good score. This is like okay, but it's not good enough. This needs to be better. This is not nearly good enough for where we're at. It is millions of points behind our other carries. And that's just rough. Especially considering this isn't with like no supports. This is with supports. So, oof. Granted, we have 5.4 recorded for Fracture and 5 mil recorded for Snare, so this isn't like the worst score I've ever gotten, but it's not. It's just bizarre. I'll have to look into it. I don't want to. She's already gotten so much attention, but we'll give her more. We'll give her more. All right, we used She-Hulk. And also, oddly, it either was a really bad run or She-Hulk is not a good choice. Now that I'm looking at this. Because, or like the same, I guess, the ignore dodge actually made up for the difference in the She-Hulk lead, it looks like, or something like that. Don't know. I don't know. But there we go. All right. Looking decentish. We'll take it. We'll take it. All right. What do we got left going on here? Not much, man. That just about does it for our game modes, which means it is time to help some other people out. Get this rolled over, hopefully to something we want. Sure, that'll work. And I'm just gonna jump in here, do some of these. I can't even spend this energy down. It's just crazy. I can. I'll find a way. Here we go. Nope, that's not what I want. That's what I want. I'm not gonna be able to spend this all down, I don't think. We'll be close. We'll be close. Nothing good there. There we go. Nice. Okay. At least we're regenerating energy now. Let's go look at some accounts. Alrighty. If you want to take a look at your account, you need some help, have some questions, go ahead and put your IGN in chat. If Duck is here, throw your IGN up, Duck, and we'll take a look. And there was also somebody else that asked if we could look at their account. Now is the time. It was you, Kyle. There we go. Look at that. Bam. One down. Nice. And then we got Duck right here. Nice, dude. We'll get there someday with the tier 4 Sentry, man. Oof. Nice. Got you, Baki. All right. We got 3 right there. I'm saving it Toy for after the stream. I'm trying to line it up to a better place for me. Right in the middle of the stream would be not a good place to collect it. And right before the stream is a terrible place to collect it. So I'm saving it for after stream. And then I'll take a look. All right, I'm going to grab one more here because we got our dude coming in just a little late. So we are going to take a look at these 4 accounts real quick. We'll start with these guys. All right, let's start at the top. Night Off J. What's going on here? 151 in the badge. Nice 6-gem blue sword. A lot like our swords, actually. Really similar. Nice. Yep, not much to say except clean out the challenges if you haven't yet. Looks good there. Looking at your cards. What do we got here? Sorry. Yeah. I like this. I don't even think you have to have Guardians of the Galaxy. That's the only adjustment here, right? That you would maybe recommend. Just got a judgment. Grats on the judgment, Sanjeev. Should I make it a Mighty for Thor or give it to Miles? Mighty for Thor would be my recommendation, for sure. If you've already got a judgment on Thor, beef him up. Because, yeah. And then even if you decide you don't want a... judgment on your Thor someday, you can unequip it all the same. But it should be good. I would go with a Mighty Judgment and just do it up, man. So anyways, yeah, I don't see anything in here you have to change. You could swap one of these out for Guardians of the Galaxy at some point, but I don't think you really need to. It's just going to make it easier to cap stats without being really picky about your top stats, which is something I think we neglect a lot and don't think about. That, like, sure, it's optimal to not have these down here, but are you going to be able to roll them up here? Are you free to play? Because it's really tough to get all the stats on the top of a card, you know? Mind resist blue, attack speed blue is good. And dodge blue is good. So you got good blue attack speed and dodge here. You can lock. The rest of these aren't very favorable. So you risk losing Pierce, but you definitely want to roll all these resists and stuff. Looking in here. Nice roll on the bottom here for the proc and physical attack. That's good for an earlier account. You like to see it. Mind resist here. Not blue. Max HP blue is good. Like here with the setup you have, you could consider locking max HP, crowd control time, and movement speed. I'm not officially recommending that. You need to look at what you won't be getting ignored defense, and you won't be getting like crit damage, I think is what they are. But you can preserve your Pierce. However, it's not optimal. So that'd be a really free to play move, and it would be relying on the fact that you have cooldown and ignore defense on your cards, on the main stats. So yeah, other than that though, you probably just lock max HP here. That's the only one that's really right on the money. All right, so I'm looking. Now I can't help myself, I'm looking. Still need some ignore defense. Might need some cooldown, it's probably okay. No, it looks good. What you talking about? Yeah, I need another ignore defense roll for sure. So yeah, it might just be max HP there. Yeah, and then here, that's rough. Nothing here. Go fish. That's not looking great. Here you've got attack speed again. Yeah, the attack speed's pretty ridiculous. Got a lot of it. And then yeah, a lot of undesirable stuff, honestly. Rough. How's this one? Much better. All attack, attack speed, max HP. You probably leave this alone, dude, and then just like come back to it later. Like work on your other cards, and then yeah, you'll want to fix this at some point because you have a really nice, like, you can lock. You could lock the attack speed, max HP, and all basic attacks here, and roll and preserve your Pierce. But for now, I would just enjoy the 5% Pierce. Yeah, and the set looks really good. You could go for the proc here, would be nice. But other than that, man, it looks good. And yeah, you got the proc, ignore defense, and crit rate. I think I skipped. No, we saw this. It just was poo up top. But up down below, this thing's looking spicy, man. This is good. What's up, Grimy Pipes? How you doing, friend? Thanks for coming by the stream. Kismet Shade, what's going on? Bit of a flex. What do you think for the next tier 4 or next set of cards? I'm one short of being done. Hopefully we'll check it out. Here, let me add your name here. I'm actually interested. I'll probably just take a quick look if that's all right, if you don't have a lot of questions. All right, let's move on to your roster, my friend. Your cards are looking, they're just a work in progress. There's not much to say here except what I said. You're just working on them, man. The big thing I would say is don't mess with this, and I'm sure you were on top of that, but leave this alone, right? All right. Well, welcome back. Glad you're here. Thanks for hanging out, my friend. All right, what do we got going on in here? Mighty Greed, Mighty Rage, Rage, Energy Rage, Mighty Rage, Rage. So much Rage. Yeah, Storm's ready to go. You love to see it. Your Carnage has a decent build. That's nice. Tough with characters like Carnage, though, and Magic and Wolverine. Like, if you can't get... You get locked in artifact races where, like, you just lose to a 6-star artifact because they get 2 more seconds of being alive that you don't get. Not always, but sometimes. You know what I mean? So, I am aware that it's not a perfect scenario. You know what I'm saying? Got Scarlet Witch coming up. Nice. You do have an artifact for Magic. Okay. Okay. Duration. Yeah, lots of good supports. Baku, Valkyrie, Scubio. Nice. Right. Okay. So Storm's next. Then, I mean, you've got a pretty clear path here. I would go with these guys, though. Probably before anyone else. They look good. Scarlet Witch is good, obviously, for ABX and ABL. Get her locked in. Jean Grey has a rage. Interesting. So, but it's redundant, isn't it, with Scarlet Witch? So I think you want Scarlet Witch, not Jean Grey. I think it's redundant. I think you just take Scarlet Witch, right? Yeah, there's nothing except like a Universal Villain Day or something. There's nothing that she's going to cover that Scarlet Witch isn't. Maybe there's one day. Am I not thinking of one day that Jean Grey covers that Scarlet Witch doesn't? But anyways, especially with Storm covering mutant days and stuff, and you can just go Storm, then Scarlet Witch or Carnage or whoever you like. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. Like, there is a universal female. Oh, I didn't see that. Yeah, she's got some of her gears done. Scarlet Witch will cover universal female as well as, like, the days that Jean Grey can't, where there's hero requirements. Yeah. Scarlet Witch has more days. So, yeah. Yeah, thank you, Nadar. I was like, there's one day, there's one set of requirements or something that Jean Grey is going to be able to cover that Scarlet Witch can't, and I think Nadar's right. It's a universal villain in ABX. Thanks, dude. I said it twice. Thank you, dude. Yeah. So Scarlet Witch looks good, man. Because, yeah, otherwise you're just tier 4ing her. And, like, well, it's tough, because I don't want to say don't tier 4 her. She has some value in PvP, especially for the revive early on an account. It's going to be beneficial in Otherworld Battle and Team Battle Arena. And she will cover that day for you. I would definitely go Storm first, obviously. You're locked into that, which is really nice. But yeah, between these two, it's honestly hard to say which one I would go with first. Really hard to say. Jean Grey, like if they were both stock, you know, 80 and 80, no gears started, you know, both had a CTP of Rage, I would 100% say Scarlet Witch first. But seeing as you have 2 gears done already, she already has a CTP of Rage, it makes things a little more complicated, right? Yeah. Yeah. That might be... That's an interesting thing. Okay. It's a couple people chiming in for Jean, and you guys know I'm a bit of a hater, so Jean might be a good option, because I do see the PvP value as well on this account. Because you're early on, you don't have a lot of the immortality and revive, yeah. So I think Jean might be a really good option. Plus she does good work in PvE as well, so you get a really nice kind of all-arounder. So yeah, you could do Storm, then Jean, and then yeah, it's kind of up to you at that point. You could do Scarlet Witch, because they're not, yeah, they don't cover all the same things, so. Yeah, it's true. That is true. We don't know when that might happen, but we could get a X-Men 97 Part 2, so. All right, man. Yeah, exactly. Any other questions for you, Duck? I think that's pretty close. Regular authority there, you need another authority. Working through your old unis and stuff, I know, you're like, but you're doing good. Getting the ones you need, skipping the ones you don't. All that kind of stuff, man. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. She's like halfway there. Yeah, and this is one of the most, this is the most expensive gear? Anyway, something like that. Part 1 took a year. What was it, dude, that we got a part 2 of like a million years later? Null is like, I would say Null is probably a better Black Friday project for you since you don't have the uni. Probably not going to get the uni till Black Friday. Wouldn't make sense to. It's expensive. So I would wait and see if the value holds, which I'm sure it will. But I would wait till Black Friday to work on Null. Because you got a lot of good things you could do before that. You could do, you know, Storm, Jean Grey, Carnage, Scarlet Witch. That'll keep you busy for a while. Yeah, and we might get another tier 4 discount for a tier 2. That's a good point. Native tier 2. I doubt it'll be native tier 3, though. So it wouldn't be for Null. But you could get one for Scarlet Witch. But then you're kind of putting her off for a long time. I don't know. It's a tough call. But I think I would say hold off on Null since you don't have the uniform. I think it's a pretty safe bet to just hold off on that one. All right, we're gonna move on to the next one here. Keep them rolling. Thanks for sharing, Duck. Count's looking good, man. Yes, I believe so. Like if you have a character locked in for the advancement thing, like in your roster, and then they do an event, yeah, they're separate. You should be able to have a character locked into each one. Now, you'd probably want to focus on the tier 2 event, the native tier 2, tier 4 event, and hold off on your native tier 1 so you don't run out of materials or anything, or plan for it so you're not like trying to do 2 tier 4s at once. But you know, they should both work together. Swords are looking pretty decent here. Not much to complain about. 150 is kind of, you know, it can definitely be RNG at this point. You got 4s. The one thing is if you have 3s, it's time to replace 3 stars. If you're not doing everything you can to beef up your swords, do more if you can, right? But sometimes you can't do more. So if you can, you want to replace those 3-gem swords. Got a hybrid card set here, and I don't hate it at all. I'm not gonna lie. This is probably pretty spicy for you. You're gonna punch hard in PvP with this extra attack. You're gonna punch hard in PvE with this extra attack, and you've got a lot of HP and defense for PvP. This is a really nice hybrid set. Really nice, honestly. This is kind of like a PvP set. It is. This is crazy. We like never see this, man. This is crazy. And it's weird too that this combination we rarely see. This is a full PvP card set with 1 PvE card splashed into it. And it's just like we see all the time with the PvE set with New Avengers number 9 splashed in. This is the exact inverse, and this is exactly what I would recommend if you were gonna do anything like this. Because this gives you that extra punch for World Boss Legend with the 20% all attack increase. Plus you get the HP proc, you get the HP up the Guardians, but you also have access to the attack stats. I'll quit going on about it, but this is a very good set of cards in my humble opinion. What are you looking at here? What are we doing with rotations? Who was asking about a rotation? Are you talking about Gwenpool? What are you talking about? What are you talking? Coded, what are you talking about? I have no idea why you tagged me in that rotation. I literally don't even know who you're talking about, Goated. No idea, bro. Yeah. I think that one might be a little delayed. I don't know. Anyways, let's take a look at what you got going on here. Energy attack. Energy attack. So, yeah, that's brutal. Absolutely brutal. But for now, so 2 things. 1, if you are locking resist stats like blue stars that are resists or even physical defense, I would not do that. I would definitely roll for the right stats first. But if you just got some crazy luck here, where you lined up all these blue stars with resists, when you do fix this card, if you fix this card, energy attack would be the only thing really worth locking here. Everything else kind of got to go. The physical defense you could maybe justify from a PvP set point of view, but it's a bit of a stretch. So anyhow, that one's going to need some work down the line. Ignore defense, crit damage, energy attack. Good rolls on the bottom. Decent quality. There's room for improvement, but this is good for the time being, in my opinion. Dodge is great. Energy attack is great. So you got 2 good blue stars to lock right here. And then obviously you just roll the rest hoping for blue. And then on the bottom here, you're going to want to make sure you get that HP proc. Excuse me, 20% HP proc. Is Null a lot better than Thor for dispatch? I want to say yeah. I think so. Fully built, I think. I can only say my Thor, right? And my Thor has the Mighty Judgment. I'm not sure about a Rage, but I think so, man. Null does pretty crazy stuff in dispatch, honestly. I can't say for sure. I'd have to test it. But that's my intuition. That's my immediate guess, is that Null is actually a little stronger. It's crazy. Let's see. Yeah, dodge and energy attack. And the Luna card. You ain't kidding, brother. Look away. Look away. Oh, God. Oh no. So here, you got a few problems going on. Number one, pretty obviously, you got to fix this up. That's brutal. You could, I'm not going to lie, and I would, leave this alone and work on your other cards. Like, enjoy the 5% Pierce here. You might as well, right? But, yeah, at some point, you're just going to have to wipe this whole card and re-roll it. Gotcha, yeah, gotcha. So just going for the blue stars. And then same thing with quality at the bottom. I always say, you want the proc, man. These rolls aren't bad, and 7 quality is nice, but when you're missing out on a 20% energy attack proc, I believe it is, ooh, 5 quality here would be better with the energy attack and then like another attack stat. Very nice. So anyways, just something to work on in the future. Crit rate, and this, on the other hand, is very, very nice. 7 quality and the proc and crit rate. This is fantastic. And then you've got all attacks blue. Max HP blue. So 2 definitely worth locking here, which is really nice. And 2 chase stats, by the way. All basics and HP. Looking really nice there. So great start on this card. Absolutely. Well, that's good. At least it wasn't like 6 P cards, you know what I mean? To get that done, seriously. Good. Crit rate, crit damage, ignore defense, lock, 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 roll the rest. That's the way. This one's nice and easy. Yep. And then the bottom looks okay. Needs work, but yeah, this could be better. But if you need the cooldown and the ignore defense right now, yeah, maybe it's where you want it. In fact, that's the kind of stuff you guys, as account holders, want to try and help me see, because I won't always see this kind of stuff. This is actually quite a good role for you right now. And you probably knew this about your own account, but I would be like, oh, well, you could get attack stats here and blah, 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 blah. But actually, it turns out this is incredibly beneficial for where you're at right now. You need the cooldown, you need the ignore defense. So it's very, very good. All right, my friends, so good luck with the rolls. And yeah, like I said, I would just hang on to that 10% Pierce from those two 5% Pierce cards, work on the other cards, and then just come back to that and re-roll those one at a time when you're ready. All right, what do we got going on here? We got, I can't with the Uru. I should check, but oh my gosh, we'd be here. I already take forever to do these things. 0.9 per 1 is great. Mighty Comp is great. Mighty Egg is not as great. Rage is good. CTP of Energy is good. Nice artifact. Definitely want to try and get another Conquest. Make that a Mighty as soon as possible. We got here 0.8 per 1 dodge, as long as her dodge is capped. Otherwise, this is going to be really unimpressive. That's for sure. Try and get another judgment. I mean, it's funny when we say these things too, like try and get another judgment. Like, I don't know that you have. Like, are you not trying to get CTPs? But anyways, obviously you'd like a Mighty Judgment here. It'd be much better. And also, if you can roll this for at least the 200% proc here at the bottom, that would be great. For sure. And then Loki don't even have an obelisk. Poor little bugger. Let's see here. Okay. And then you've got great supports. Great supports. Looks really good. Really good, actually. In the support department, holy smokes. You like got it all locked down. Looking really good. Okay, so what's up, Haranshu? How you doing? Thanks for coming by the stream, man. I would go with Sentry next, like you said. Grats on Sentry, man. Grats, dude. Yeah, and I hope for you, I should say, you get that Conquest really soon, because that'll make a big difference. And then after that, I would say Thor, and you've got 30 on one of his gears already, so that's nice. That lines up. Not a mistake. Just planning. And then after that, I want to say Gwenpool, but you're going to have to like sort out her build. Otherwise, she's not going to be very impressive at all. And even then, she can be difficult, but she does cover a lot of territory. Okay. Yeah. And then, golly, I gotta say at this point, man, if anybody has Captain Marvel, Build Scarlet Witch, man. Like, I don't know. I'm sure at tier 4, Captain Marvel gets a big bump, and then you don't have to rely on that cancel that only works 1/3 of the time. So, you know, with a tier 4, she's going to be a lot better. But Scarlet Witch is a much better option than Captain Marvel, it would appear. I'm still borderline, though, like, with... It's such a tough call. I don't know, at tier 4, she might get an impressive bump, like with tier 4 and a CTP, but I don't think it's anywhere close to Scarlet Witch. I should just check the scores. I'm going to talk to my buddies. I'll find out. I'll write a note. You guys will probably tell me in chat here in just a second. And I'm sure there's videos, honestly, of it that people have made direct comparisons between Captain Marvel and Scarlet Witch. But yeah, she just is not... She's like a budget option. Okay, so like Goated was saying earlier that Gladiator is free to play, and it's like kinda, but when you look at Scarlet Witch, she like actually is kind of free to play. She's just harder to get. There's no massive crystal barrier to getting her, so quite a bit better. She just takes a long time. Like if I had, I mean, still we don't have Scarlet Witch, so I don't know when we would have filled up that day. You know what I mean? Anyways, hopefully that helps you out, man. There's a couple tier 4 suggestions for you. Yeah, you definitely got kind of things lined up the way they should be. Your supports look amazing. Got tons of those. I'm not sure if you are building Scarlet Witch. Why can't you do Captain Marvel's rotation with blue stacks? Is an interesting question. Gotcha. Don't have her unlocked. Perfect. So yeah, maybe Captain Marvel for now. I've got Captain Marvel level 80 and I'm really struggling with her scores. So you may just want to leave her at 70 if she's like getting the, you know, like base score that you need for the day and not invest heavily in her. And then when you're ready, you could do Scarlet Witch. No. You just have to wait, young lady. Yeah, it seems a lot easier. It is more complicated. You're not wrong. I don't know that the idea that I can't do it on blue stacks is accurate. I think I just suck, and that's sort of a different thing we're talking about here. Anyways, hopefully that helps you out with the account, my friend. Yeah, exactly, right? So maybe just hang on to her for now, and then when it's convenient, upgrade to Scarlet Witch, or we may get a replacement for Scarlet Witch. It could happen, man. I'm Medusa. I'm banking on Medusa coming in and sweeping the meta. Gene, come here. Hey, no. Out. Out. No one summoned you. Nobody asked. Good day. Good day. She's like, is this what we do now? Every day we come up and we stream? I says, please, no. Yeah, dude. That would be wild. All right, so we are looking at 187 on, hey, it's day 187. Look at that, 187. Godin's like, bring the dog, bring the dog. Oh my gosh, the spam is real. What did we say? 3 people, and I'm not helping summon this one, so you got to convince chat, bro. You got to convince chat. The swords need help a little bit, right? These could use a little bit of work. You got doubled up blues that you don't need. Yeah, basically you just need a green sword and then to upgrade one of these blue swords. So if you haven't cleared out the challenges, get in there and clear them out because the season resets in a couple of days. That's 2 for Gene Bean. That is 2 for Gene Bean. Let's see what we got. Is it W, Wayne? W. All right, let's take a look at your card effects really quick. Cooldown's really high, and ignore defense is also high. So that's something to consider when looking at your stats here. There it is. There it is. Sanjeev to the rescue. Say thanks to Sanjeev. She's playing guitar too with her tail. Good morning, sweetheart. Oh, your breath. Let's see here. Hard set looks good. Just Ghost Rider. What's missing here? Just Ghost Rider. Yeah, you don't even know what you're doing up here. You just like the attention. Ghost Rider's the only thing that's maybe missing. I wouldn't say missing. I would say this is a good set of cards for sure. All attacks cooldown, crit rate, ignore defense, max HP, crowd control time. Only thing you need here is dodge, and I wouldn't go fishing for it. Maybe you would. Max HP and attack speed on the bottom. Bottom rolls could maybe be better on this card, right? I don't know. Being picky, like if I was gonna try and be picky, I would say tell her to burk. We spend all our time telling her not to burk, so she usually doesn't bark if she's being a good dog. I gotta aim the camera down though, because I can't get her up high enough. Oh, so you guys can see her head. Oh, there she is. Okay, you gotta go away. All right, goodbye, Gene. It was fun while it lasted. Everybody loves you. I know you wish you could live in my lap, but you cannot because she's actually huge, man. Okay, taking a look at this card here. Sorry about that. We got energy attack, crit rate, movement speed. This one needs a little more work. This one's looking lock 3, roll 3. You got energy attack, crit rate, and dodge you could lock. The rest is a bit suspect. Bottom is also looking a little rough here. I like Burke. Let's see here. All basics blue is nice. Ignore defense blue is nice. Dodge blue is nice. 3 great stats to lock here. A bunch of stats that are not so great to roll. I'm not thrilled with the bottom of this card. Again, if I'm being picky, I'm not super thrilled with it. Again, I think there's better rolls you could get here with lower quality and have a better card overall, but something you'd have to weigh. Those are all like, if you really want to min-max it, you need to weigh the actual stat losses to gains and decide what is better for you. Energy attack here, cooldown. This card's looking a little rough. Little rough. When you do come back to this one, if you want all basics, obviously, I'm always just going to tell people to keep the energy attack. If you want all attack instead, that's up to you. If you're a discerning customer, then that's something you would know already. So I will just move forward telling people to lock attack stats if they are blue. Cooldown is good if you want it, but again, your cooldown is high, so you don't need it, but you'd want to lock the blue. A good stat to have. And then the rest of this is pretty questionable, especially for a PvE set of cards. Calling twice, bro. All right, let's see here. Moving on, we got last card. Oh, and what was going on with the bottom of this one? Needs some help, yeah. You definitely want... I always preach, make sure you have your procs. Take it easy, DVD Plays. Thanks so much for hanging out, my friend. Appreciate you, brother. Quality is good, but you got to have them procs, man. You want that energy attack proc on the bottom. Yeah, 5, 6, or 7 quality with the proc to me is the way to go. Like this. This is beautiful, man. 6 quality, got the proc, max HP, crit rate, looks good, man. You'd like to see some attack stats here, but what you gonna do? Energy attack's good, attack speed good, good, not good, not good, not good. You have a lot of crowd control time and movement speed. It's up to you whether or not you want to lock any of that. I don't necessarily recommend it at all, because it's in this place of like, I guess the only reason I say that is your ignore defense is like really, really high. So like you could get away with locking crowd control down where you roll ignore defense on one of these cards or something. Just throwing that out there. And then with the roster... Oh, you got to go. All right, Kyle. If you want, I'm going to go through the roster real quick. If you want to go ahead and hit the sec, that's fine. And then there'll be a VOD. And if you want to come back and check the roster stuff tomorrow or anytime, feel free, my friend. Thank you so much for hanging out, Kyle Ray. Appreciate you, brother. Got Scarlet Witch with a comp. Interesting. Wonder how that works. I have no idea. Probably reasonably well. Maybe not the best option, but... Rage. Okay, and then Greed. Nice. And what do we got going on here? Agreed, and an artifact as well. Looks good. I would tier 4 that Sentry soon, that's for sure. Ooh, yeah, you got some spicy builds. Nice. Oh yeah, you got tier... You don't care about your roster. Haha. You're all good to go, man. You got tier 4s lined up for days. Like, great tier 4s. X of Death's Wolverine with a 6-star artifact and a... I don't know about a Mighty Egg. Interesting. I wonder how that works. He does a lot of healing, so it's interesting. Gets super armor. I think the vitality proc. Yeah, it's crazy, right? I was just thinking, is the Vitality proc... I could have just asked. I know you guys know this, but... Okay, so the Vitality proc does give you the super guard break immunity, but problem is he's just got super armor base, so he's not getting guard break immunity, right? Yeah, he's not getting guard break immunity. So when his super armor gets penetrated and he's not under the effects of the Vitality proc, he's absolutely exposed to guard break with this setup. And I'm not talking super guard break. I'm talking normal guard break. If his super armor gets penetrated. Crazy stuff, man. Anyways, yeah, you got great tier 4s lined up. You got tons of power here. People are just ready to go. Yeah, that is weird too. But anyways. Yeah, some of your CTP choices seem a little weird. I don't know if they're old choices or kind of doing whatever, but I don't know. Destruction on Carnage seems very strange. Anyhow, looking good, man. You got a nice account. Hopefully that helps, my friend. I'm going to move on to the next one here. I better keep it rolling. Bam. Let's go. This one's going to be early on. Early on. Is this right? Did I get the right account? MXSN1. Just making sure. This is really early on, and I don't want to start roasting someone at the beginning of the game. Looks like they were active 27 minutes ago, so this might be who we're looking for. MXSN1. We'll go through it pretty quick either way, because this shouldn't take long. No, honey, you can't live in my lap. And you gotta wait for Chrissy to get up, dude. This is ridiculous. I don't like this new pattern you've got, where you climb up my butt. Yeah, you need swords. So, do Otherworld Battle. This shouldn't ever be a thing. And I'm not saying that to roast you. It's just that when you start an account, you can always get the seasonal challenges in Otherworld Battle. It doesn't matter how bad your account is, you can literally lose rank until you hit bots. And you can fight bots for the challenges, right? I'm talking like tier 1 characters. Just floor it out. Just lose with clear tickets until you hit the bottom level, bottom floor, and then get your challenges done so you can get your swords. You are missing probably 20% all attack right here on your account from not having swords. These cards are about where you'd expect, actually, for where you're at. New Avengers number 9 was not a bad choice to equip. This is fine. Nice. You got your proc right out the gate. Very smart. Very smart. Dude, Icon, you've been looking forever. Yeah, give me your IGN. I think I've been missing you like a bunch. Well, let's take a look if we can. Yeah, New Avengers number 9 is great. Glad you got the proc. Just pay attention moving forward to what cards you equip in this set. If you're going to make a PvE set with the hybrid splash, make sure you keep it PvE. If you're going to go PvP, and maybe just put Ghost Rider in the set. But as a starting set, this looks great. Doing good. And your roster, Zombie Strange came up quick. Crazy. All right, this is wild, homie. Somebody likes Doctor Strange. All right, nice. Got you. Somebody likes Doctor Strange, man. That is wild. Give him your first rage, I guess. I don't know. But you're in a weird spot now where, like, actually, you're in the first couple weeks of the game, it looks like, as far as, like, where this account is. This could be week 1 or 2. No, it can't. This has to be a couple weeks into the game. Because I believe we're free to play and we have Strange built all the way. So you got to be a couple weeks into the game. You don't have, like, power lined up. You have Strange, and he's strong, but that's the only uniform you have. And it looks like that's because you started playing, you know, after the anniversary or whatever, so you don't have a 50% discount, but you also didn't grab any of the uniforms for these guided quest characters. So now you're going to be in a place where you're like, okay, who's going to clear World Boss Legend for me? Doctor Strange is, for sure. This guy will, with a CTP of energy. He can get it done, even with this uniform. But after that, you're going fish for uniforms. So watch for a 40% discount on this account. I can't tell where you're at with the guided quests, so I don't know who you've chosen, who you haven't, who you can still get a uniform. Well, you can't get it for these guys. Your Thor's going to want the newest uni if you're going to use him. Your Hulk doesn't have the newest uni and is already tier 2. Missed out on a lot of discounts, yeah. Maybe Storm would be a good first uni purchase and just get that like now for a really strong character to be working on. And then you can use like a 40% discount to maybe pick up Thor and one or two other uniforms to tide you over until Black Friday. And then on Black Friday, with all the crystals you've saved, you can just go ham and get a bunch of uniforms here. But yeah, that's pretty much what I see here. The biggest thing you're going to have to deal with is the fact that you do not have a lot of other uniformed characters lined up to do World Boss Legend. You've only got the 2 clears. So keep that in mind moving forward. Come up with a plan. And other than that, it looks like a pretty decent start. Get your swords done too, and you'll be in a lot better shape. And hopefully that helps. All right, Kismet, you still here? I think you said cards, right? Something like that? Did I not get it right? Oh, it's probably got the T in it, eh? Yeah, that's my guess. All right. Take it easy, Mr. Monch. I don't know how much longer we'll be streaming for, but thanks so much for hanging out, bro. Really appreciate it. Take it easy, Pipes. Have a good day, my friend. All right. Yeah, let's take a look at the cards. Although, I'm not. And if we're going to look at your account, we might as well look at your account, right? If we're going to flex, let's flex. Looking good, man, but you got to get that green. Got to get that green. What do you do at this point? Are you just like converting all your runes to green? Like everything goes to green. Everything green. That'd be the plan, I guess. That's the best thing you could do is just funnel everything you possibly can into a green sword. All you got. Nice. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Okay. All right. So, Crescent wants to be here, right? And then Luna wants to be here, right? In an ideal world, that's what we want. For the PvP set, I believe. Crescent and Luna Snow. Now, here... Oh, that's tough, man. So do you want... Yeah, and that's what I'm looking at, is like, how do you... So now that you've got 2 card sets in the works, how do you transition this from hybrid to full PvE and transition this to full PvP, right? Because this is a decent card, but you don't... I don't know why it's here, frankly. Like, you don't want it in your PvP set, do you? Genuinely curious on that one. Or maybe you do, and there's something I don't know about. Like, maybe you're going for the all defense proc or something? I don't know. Because, yeah, no max HP here or anything like that. Yeah, it's like a bit of a puzzle. So you want this card on this set, ideally. You know, because this is an incredibly good PvP card, and these HP procs stack. So you almost want to just, like, rob... Okay, walk with me here. Do you have any P cards in your bags? Yeah, Goated, my guy. Right there with you, dude. That's exactly pretty much what I was going to say. Is you basically swap Black Panther for your Zombies Return here. Right? So you get Black Panther in this set. And then this set is basically dialed in. And then you could steal Luna and put it in here if you wanted. You need another Luna Snow or a Crescent. You need another Luna Snow or a Crescent, right? And here's a good question. Yeah, Zombie and PvE is good too, man. This is not... Dude, who's sneezing at this for PvE? Give me a break, dude. All basics, ignore dodge, attack, crit, and then a HP proc? Okay. Okay. Yeah, you got ignore dodge main stat here. This is a good card. Technically better for PvP, I would say, obviously, because it's got the proc, but... Would be nice. You kind of... one of the snags you're running into here, I feel like, is you want 2 Luna cards and 2 Marvel Zombies cards. Really. Because ideally, you want this to be Luna Snow and Marvel Zombies. Or like... I don't know. Do you do Crescent, Marvel Zombies, Luna Snow? That's the perfect set, right? The perfect set would be... Number 9. This is solid as hell. And I'm not going into this. I'm sure you know what you're doing here with the stats for the most part, so I didn't go in. Yeah, I didn't go into all these. You know what you're looking for. But yeah, I think that's the play. Crescent card, a second Luna Snow card, and a second Marvel Zombies card. That should be easy, right? No problem. I'll see you in 3 years. I'm just kidding. But this is awesome. Grats on the cards. This is good sets. And yeah, hopefully that actually does help. I think that's the route you technically want to go. Nadar is correct. Unequipping this. Because I was thinking more working with what you have, but why do that? You should just wait it out and do the right thing, right? Because you'll get them eventually, especially if we get to Black Friday and you can gamble on some cards again and maybe get that second Marvel Zombies. That's going to be the biggest stretch, right? Is the second Marvel Zombies, I feel like. Obviously it is. Obviously, it's the hardest thing to get. So you get the second Luna, you can replace the Black Panther. In the meantime, you could, while you're waiting for Luna, you know, like if you get Crescent, Crescent can go on the set without removing Scarlet Witch. And then when you get the replacement, you can replace Scarlet Witch. All that jazz. All that good stuff, man. And I'm looking. You didn't ask me to, but I'm looking anyways real quick. Yeah, dude. Let's go with the beef. That's the beefcake pantyhose on Shala-Bal here. Love it. Nice. Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. Spicy. Got the spice. Man, nice. Dude, how many tier 4s you got? Nice. Looking good. Got your Crescent. Hulk with the Rage. Liberation. Interesting. On the Invisible Woman's nice. Oh, poor Yelena. Poor thing. She just wanted to be good so bad, but they just couldn't do it. They just couldn't do it. Oh, and you did ask about the next tier 4. You did. You did ask. Okay, so in that case, let us see. I am seeing a Quicksilver with a Mighty Greed. I do see that. I noticed that. And an artifact too, by the way. Not a great artifact, but it's Giga Dodge too. Nice. Not that that's the best, but to me that's better than like additional damage to heroes or whatever. I'd rather have the Giga Dodge. 45. Nice. Yeah. Honestly, dude, let's see. Quicksilver's a good option, isn't it? It's like genuinely a good option because you've got a good build on him. I don't know where you're at with needing supports for World Boss Legend Plus pushing. Yeah, it's a good artifact. It's better. Like, I mean, it's not immortality or revive, but it's better than just like more damage to heroes or damage to aliens or some other stupid stuff. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. That might be a good option. Odin, I don't know if you need him is the thing. I'm not sure if he fits anywhere that makes him worth tier 4ing for you. Doesn't he go like in some setup, but he's just like a support basically? Or ABL maybe or something like that, like the Alien Day. Alien male hero, I think. Something like that. He fits in there as a support. I don't know. Again, I'm not quite sure that's worth the tier 4. Is Storm not tier 4? I'm blind. She's in here. She's in here. Storm is like the tier 4. Yeah, really niche, right? Because like Quicksilver is honestly, even though it's also kind of niche, it's for like Team Battle Arena. So this like has a home. Or like if there are enough bands, the right bands in Otherworld Battle, you might find a place to use him. With this, yeah, I think it's literally one support for, yeah, 1 day of ABL or something like that if you're lucky. And you do not need Captain Marvel at all. So yeah, it's either like a tier 4 support character, it seems, or I mean, like, yeah, you can't even. Does Strife even go to tier 4? I don't think so. He's stuck at tier 3, isn't he? Yeah, Quicksilver I like. Just from a quick glance, I think I like Quicksilver. You know your account better than I do, but he's got the Mighty Greed, he's got the artifact, and he's got the uniform. So he's like already got the build ready to go. So I like it. Yeah, it's either that or it looks like a support. Because a lot of these other characters are stuck at tier 3. So yeah, and even the supports I'm looking through here, it looks like you probably have. Yeah, like you could do Nick Fury. Nick Fury would be a great option for a tier 4. Great option. In fact, that might be the better choice out of the two for where you're at. Looks like you do lean into PvP and ABXL pretty hard, but if you're interested in World Boss Legend pushing at all, yeah, I would say Nick Fury. That's my answer. Nick Fury or Quicksilver, because I gotta go. So that's perfect. There we go. Thanks for sharing your account, dude. Hopefully that helped. Got an awesome account there. Looks really good, dude. All right, let's take a look at Icon, man. So I swear you've been asking forever. I might be making it up, but I swear Icon's been asking us to look forever at this account. I could be wrong, though. All right. Hey, Nizu, what's going on, dude? Grab your name real quick, brother. Feel like you're another person that's maybe been asking for a while and we haven't gotten a chance to look at your account. Swords are looking pretty good. Take advantage of that season swap. You could probably make some gains here. I only say probably because you never know. Yeah, like you might get a better orange sword maybe. Get lucky, get a 5 or a 6. We'll see. Yeah, your green, these two could definitely use some work. Try and get them all up to 4 gems as soon as you can. And then we're, yeah, 152. Okay. So you've got some really, really good cards here and one really, really not as good card here. I don't know if maybe we talked about this a long time ago. I don't think so. Maybe a long time ago, months ago. But you want to replace this with probably Guardians of the Galaxy. This is either going to be Guardians of the Galaxy or like, yeah, probably Guardians. If you wanted to do a PvP splash, you could put New Avengers number 9 here for the HP proc. Like that. But yeah, mostly just, I would stop crafting on this. Got you. Yeah. Want to replace this when you can. Don't waste any more materials on it. Here, you got nice all basics there. Love that. Crit damage is awesome. Recovery rate's not as awesome. So you got 2 good stats to lock here. Bottom needs some work. Got to make sure you get that proc when you can here. And then this one's a full reroll. Oh, water is the stuff of life. Love me some water, man. Don't forget to hydrate, y'all. Don't forget to hydrate. Especially if it's hot where you're at. All right, so yeah, you'll want to replace that with Guardians or whatever. I won't even bother with stats. That one's full reroll. Energy attack. Dang. Energy attack, attack speed. But yeah, I think that's it. So you lock these 2, roll the rest, unfortunately. Because the rest of these aren't worth locking as blue stats. I know, she's sleeping forever. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. I'm almost there. And then I'll take you outside, Gene. And then here you got dodge blue. Dodge blue is nice. Crit rate blue is nice. And you could make a case for movement speed here if you really wanted to over like crit damage. Probably get away with it. Still not confirmed, Baki. We have nothing confirmed. We have no idea what's coming. No clue. Hopefully this next week we're going to get some hype. If they know what they're doing, yeah, get out of here. Go get mom. There she is. Go get her. Dad called twice. No worries. Yeah, and dodge crit rate. I think we were on this card. Sorry, I got a little lost. Dodge crit rate here. Get your proc on that one on the bottom. Get your proc on that one on the bottom. You're missing all your procs on the bottom, and I'll tell you right now, if you take about 20 mythic cards and you go through here, you get your all attack proc here, your energy attack proc here, and your physical attack proc here, you will 100% feel that difference. Holy smokes. You will feel like you equipped a whole new P card. That's a lot of attack. But yeah, keep working on those, and then yeah, I would try to get those procs as soon as you can. And don't work on this anymore. Just swap it out for Guardians of the Galaxy or something like that when you get it. And then in your roster, nice. What you got? 200.9 per one. Nice roll. Nice roll on that. God dang. Really nice roll on that. Big old dodge stat as well. Yeah, I think a lot of it's lingering. I think a lot of people just have CTPs on their Hulk. I could be wrong. I don't know. I just don't know about this play. But it's all good. Nice. Got the mini rage there. Mighty destruction there. Nice. Sentry looking ready to go. Okay. Artifact and a mighty energy. Nice. With the rage. With the 0.9 per 1. 0.9 per 1 rage. Tim is a striker. Okay. So, and the rest of this, yeah, you got your supports. Sure he's in here somewhere, I'm sure. I'm sure of it. There we go. And then, yeah, you got Scubio, nice. You got Wasp with the uni, nice little HP bump. Missing M'Baku and Valkyrie whenever you can find them. You should have M'Baku. There he is. Yeah, go ahead and transcend him when you get a chance, just to use him in World Boss Legend. And there's Valk. So you need her uniform and a transcendent potential for her when it is convenient as well. Awesome target for a tier 4. Awesome target for a tier 4. Awesome target for a tier 4. You have no problem finding a tier 4 to do. You need a tier 1 with a discount. It's Storm 100%. In fact, you should probably just do Storm first because she's cheaper and she's amazing. Sentry, going to be expensive as hell, but will absolutely change the game for you in PvP once you have this guy tier 4. You'll be able to do some crazy stuff. And then, of course, Zombie Strange is Zombie Strange. 1.5 cost, but very, very good. Yeah, looking really good. And again, this looks like another account where you came back, probably. Gotcha. You want like an order to do them in? I would do Storm first, for sure. I think maybe it's a no. Ooh, it depends on your income. Are you clear? You're clearing World Boss Legend every day, 5 times, right? 5 World Boss Legend clears. I mean, pretty obviously. I'm just making sure. Because as long as you're like, I mean, like cleared up to Kang, go ahead and build Sentry. I would do Storm, then maybe Sentry to lock that in. Actually, ooh. I'll give you 2 things, 2 options here. One way to look at this is if your account's feeling strong enough, nice. Okay, you're doing everyone on stage 9. Once you get up to 6 tier 4s, you could consider doing World Boss Legend Plus. The way we did, if you want to. You can kind of look at how that played out for us. Basically, you can get more Carbonadium on any day that you have Null or Mephisto as your World Boss Legend of the day. So you can do the 2 runs in World Boss Legend Plus, and then when you get World Boss Legend Plus of the day, it pays out a lot, and you can just run Kang with your extra clears. So it all kind of averages out, but if you want to rush to World Boss Legend Plus, you could do Storm, and then probably Strange, looking at what you've got. And then Sentry after that. But if you don't care as much about that, which you may not, that may be like pushing it, you don't really care, I would just do Storm, then Sentry, then Doctor Strange. Or you could weave in another cheap character if you'd like. So you could do Storm, Sentry, another native tier 1 for a cheap build, like who else do we use? Who else do you need that isn't up here? You're missing like your Gwenpool, so like your speed villain. Female. Yeah, it's like Gwenpool that's missing. Gwenny P. But yeah, looking at another native tier 1, like maybe Gwenpool or something, to tide you over, and then doing Doctor Strange because he's expensive. So basically, I'm just talking about staggering the costs. Storm's going to be cheap. Good time to do her now. Gotcha. You don't have Gwenpool just yet. Or maybe you don't at all. We'll see what comes in the next update, right? So, yeah, Storm, definitely tier 4, no doubt about it. With what you have, if you want to go cheaper after Storm, Strange is a great bet. If you're up for something a little more expensive, Sentry would be amazing. You have good builds on all these characters, so they're all going to perform really well for you. And then, honestly, Wolverine is even an option. It's just that they're all really expensive. So for you, I'll quit blabbing here, but for you, the main thing I would do is think about your native tier 1s. Gwenpool, who else you're going to build, stuff like that. Take it easy, Goated. I hope you have a good day, man. I probably won't see you in 5 minutes because we're probably going to be skating out of here as well, but thanks for hanging out, dude. You know we appreciate you, Goat. Little bit of boom. All right, let's go ahead. Yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up for this one. Hopefully that helps you out. Let's take a look at Nizu really quick, and then I think we are going to wrap this one up. But we'll keep the account help going this week, guys. We're gonna get new events probably, right? But we're waiting for the next update. So we're waiting on sneak peeks, we're waiting on that kind of stuff. And in the meantime, I'll try to find the extra time on some of the streams, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, to do some extra account help for people so we can keep these things rolling, man. And again, sorry if you're here like waiting. These some of these ones I jumped in the line are people that have been waiting for a long time. So appreciate you guys' patience. Thank you. 6-star red, 6-gem pink. Holy smokes, somebody stop this fool. You're wasting gems. Ooh, roasty, roasty, toasty. Wasting gems. Hey, take it easy, Baki. Thanks for hanging out, my friend. Absolutely. You too. Just whenever. You probably want to get a, what is it you're missing? Yellow sword. Get a yellow sword in here, swap this out, fix these up so you're getting all the different stats, and then just work them all up to 5 and 6 gems. Looks good, though. And you don't have to do that. You can just chill on this attack. I just like it. I think people absolutely undervalue the other stats from swords. They think that, and this actually all stemmed from like when the system first came out, and people were like, oh yeah, I gotta get your pink sword and you gotta get your orange sword because their phys attack and energy attack up and the rest of these stats don't matter. But when you think about it, man, energy damage reduction matters a lot if you're doing PvP. Physical damage reduction matters a lot if you're doing PvP. Pierce damage reduction matters if you're doing PvP. Instinct attack matters a lot more now because we're all getting tier 4s. We're not all waiting for tier 4s, you know what I'm saying? So, did somebody say it's 1 a.m.? What's up, Tong? How you doing, dude? Jeez. Not for me, man. What do we got? Cushy 10:38 in the morning. That's what we've got going on here. All right, just peeking at your tier 4 sitch. Let's take a look at your cards here. So yeah, up to you with the swords, obviously, but I feel like you're in a place where you probably want to get that last stat for PvP. In here, you got to get rid of this thing. I'm just kidding. Don't force it. Only equip cards that are worth equipping. You are 1 card away from a perfect PvP set here, and I wouldn't screw with that, dude. At this point, I would just go with a PvP set. You're so close. You're going to spend more time unequipping and re-equipping. Instead, just go ahead and... What are you missing here? Marvel Zombies or like Scarlet Witch, I guess, goes here. You could do White Fox or something. But I guess I'm just saying you might as well save the PvE cards and then start a PvE set. Because you've pretty much got a perfect PvP set here. Only thing you're missing is like Scarlet Witch. Or Marvel Zombies, obviously. But if you want to go the other route and you want this hybridized, yeah, you got to gamble on cards. But I'll tell you what, if you play, so we're about 6 months in, as you know, and we're coming up on our first Black Friday. So we're going to be not even a year into the account, and we're looking at possibly gambling on some cards. It might take till the next anniversary, but I guess my point is that on a free-to-play account, once you get your initial uniforms built, once you get some things done, you may end up with some crystals to throw at a Marvel Zombies card. Now, whether we ever get it or not, that's a whole other thing, right? What's going on here? This card is a little rough. Crit damage and attack speed are fine to lock. The rest of this probably goes, but as I say, for now, enjoy the Pierce. Don't try and fix this before you fix almost every other problem you've got here. Energy attack proc's great. Crit damage on the bottom, nice. 6 quality, looks good. Top's ugly, but don't fix until you've crafted up your other cards because you want the Pierce. Here, all basic, cooldown, max HP, beautiful. Lock those 3, roll the rest. Wait, you saved 1.6k tokens? Why are you saving them? Are you talking about the ones from GBR? Oh, go ahead and give it to me, Roman. I'll write it down, bro. Got you. We'll get you in here when we can. Anyways, if you've got there, you never get a discount on those tokens as far as I know. So if you've got those tokens from GBR and you're hoarding them, go ahead and spend them. Because that's like a lot of P cards. That's like 5 P cards you've got right there. So that's a lot. That's a lot. Let's see here. Yeah, you lock 3, roll 3 here. I mean, yeah, especially if you don't have like a card here. Waiting to craft for the discount. You don't want to do all the re-rolls when you have to spend more crystals. This is pretty smart. I do want to say though, my friend, with having a big open slot in the middle of your cards for a P card, yeah, I would almost say you can spend the tokens, but just lock the cards. Like you don't, like you're avoiding the chance to get like the card you need here, whether that's White Fox or oh, sorry, not 5. I'm thinking 300. I'm thinking with the Future Pass derp. Yeah, no, that's like 2 P cards. But still, thanks, Wayne. Good looking out, bro. Yeah, I always think of it in terms of 300 because we always have the Future Pass. But yeah, if you're saving them up, you don't have it. But still, I wouldn't, especially with 2. No, it's only 2. I'm just tripping. I was mistaken. Don't listen to me. It's 300 tokens when you have the 300 from the Future Pass every month. But I don't have that. Like, you don't have that. So yeah, 2.6 P cards. Thank you, Antella. But still, the point still stands. Like, don't hoard those P cards. Because yes, okay, a couple things, and I'll try and be quick. One, if you're sure you're going to use the card for a reroll, you can convert it to a premium boost card now. Be careful and be sure, but you can do that to save inventory space. So you don't have to keep the cards like all spread out. However, if it's just 2 cards, you can go ahead and purchase them and see if you get the right card. And if you don't, you can either convert them to boost cards or just lock them and save them. Not a lot of inventory space. Anyways, sorry, I'll move on. I'm taking too much time. All basic attacks is good. Max HP and dodge are great. You can just lock those 3, roll the rest when you're ready. Nice. You got a couple cards that are in really good shape that way. Ignore defense and cooldown. Great to lock. The rest have got to roll. Nice proc on the bottom. A little low on the quality, but you'd much rather have something like all attacks in the proc than 5 quality. That's for sure. And then the bottom of this one's okay, especially for right now. Okay. That's Cable, right? Are you talking about Cable? The Uncanny... No, is Uncanny Avengers? Which one's Uncanny Avengers? Is that Cable? Yeah, you could put Ghost Rider here. I would say if you got White Fox, you could put it here. If you got Scarlet Witch, you could put it here. If you got Ghost Rider, you could definitely put that here. I think the idea that Ghost Rider is a good card for this set is not a bad call. I think you are a long ways off from a second set of cards, so putting Ghost Rider here would definitely make sense. I would not put Cable here. I think you're doing a good job holding on to that. I don't think Cable wants to be here. But yeah, like Ghost Rider or White Fox would both be good here. And Scarlet Witch would lock this in as like a really good PvP set of cards. So it's up to you. Just depends on what you have, right? What you get and what you have. But I think especially if you get Ghost Rider or White Fox, much better bet than this right here. Although White Fox is tricky because then you're sticking yourself in a really 50-50 hybrid card set. So Ghost Rider, definitely. Scarlet Witch, I would. White Fox, maybe? There you go. Cable, probably not. Yeah. All right, let's take a look at your roster real quick. Mighty Greed, Mighty Conquest, gotta love it. Mighty Rage, Mighty Conquest, Mighty Energy. Nice Artifact. She wants... Where's her build? Oh, boy. Somebody get this poor girl an outfit. Just kidding, kinda. I would... She needs a CTP too, but man. Nice Artifact, nice character. Tier 4. In that case, Ghost Rider. In that case, Ghost Rider. Oh, is it really important that I make it hybrid? Yes and no. Yes and no. I don't think so. I don't think you're going to struggle to clear World Boss Legend if you put Scarlet Witch here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get the sentiment about a PvP set of cards, but with the way the game is now, you don't... You're not going to have a full mitt of P cards like this and walk into World Boss Legends Stage 9 and be like, ah, shit, I'm bricked. I should have made, you know, I should have equipped, you know, this card instead of that card. It just doesn't really work that way anymore. With cards or swords the way they are, all the power we get from cards, the power from characters, the CTPs we're getting, doesn't really matter. So if you want this to be a full PvP set, I would do that. I would get Scarlet Witch and put it here, or Marvel Zombies, and finish up your PvP set and enjoy it and roll it to be a PvP set. If you want to go hybrid, go hybrid. If you want to push in World Boss Legend or World Boss Legend Plus now, that's a different story. There will come a point pushing World Boss Legend and World Boss Legend Plus where PvP cards will be a hindrance, 100%. Especially when you think you need to watch your stats too, early on. You need to make sure you have like ignore defense and you're good. You've got it. But yeah, anyways, long story long, I think you're good to build it whichever way you want. If you want to go hybrid, use Ghost Rider. If you want to go PvP, use Scarlet Witch or Marvel Zombies. I think that's really what it comes down to. And no, you're not going to brick your account by having a PvP set of cards. Magic is cooking? You talking about Magic? She cooking? Cooking what? I don't know, man. That's funny. Let's see. Scarlet Witch is lined up with a Rage, so she's obviously a good target for a tier 4. Yeah, if I'm looking PvP, so you're going to want to get Storm up sooner or later, but she's still a ways out. It's fine. And if I'm looking at PvP, you're in a similar boat. Gotcha. She's in the crock pot. She's slow cooking. She's getting ready to cook. There you go. I got you. I got you. I was like, there's no way she's doing work for you with no uniform. There's no way. She's just standing there not dying for like 5 seconds. So I guess there's that. Scarlet Witch would be a great tier 4. You could do a support, but I don't think you're quite there yet. I think I would keep going with your DPS and either do Scarlet Witch or Venom. And then if I'm looking at PvP, you're pretty well stacked up for now because any of the other PvP options are a ways off. Things like Silver Surfer that would be really expensive, or Thanos, you know, builds that take a long time, have expensive uniforms, all that jazz. So I think these are really good options. And then maybe a support if you don't want another DPS. You could do like Taskmaster or Cyclops. Did I see if you had Cyclops? I didn't see. No, I don't see it. But anyways, yeah, so support maybe not so much yet. There's no Nick Fury and no Cyclops. And those are the 2 tier 4 supports I like the most. Could take her up for Combat Female, ABX, but you got the insight, so. So I would do, the Black Friday event is still a ways off, Nizu, so I would do Scarlet Witch now, and then do Storm after her. And then when you're getting closer to the Black Friday event that we should get, someone like Norrin Rad or Thanos or, I don't know, Shala-Bal. But yeah, good question. And I would say go ahead and tier 4 here her before the event because she's already built and like ready to kick ass for you. And then yeah, use the tier 2 on someone else. Hopefully that helps, Nizu. Thanks for your patience, man. It had been a while. We got a couple people, I think, today that have been waiting for a long time. So, hey, grats on rank 49, Alan. I know you like Blue Dragon, too. Grats, dude. All right, my friends. I think that is gonna about wrap it up for this one. I'm getting a little tired. We've been streaming for almost 2.5 hours today. Yeah, screw that. Screw that. Give me a couple more. Give me 2 more IGNs. We'll do 2 more. It's Monday, man. It's Monday. We gotta go big. It's Monday. No problem, Alan. No problem, man. Glad you're making progress on your guy. I'm gonna be doing, I don't know, maybe we'll do leader. We'll go for that rank 1 leader. Anybody else looking for help? Wayne. Is that an account? Is that? Oh, nice. There we go. Oops. One right here. Nice. And then one more if we got it. Oh, 589 rank on your null. Grats, dude. Goated. We looked at one of yours yesterday. Let's see if we can get so. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Ramon. There you are. So glad you said that. Let's go. I think I even wrote you down. Yeah. And just like ignored it. All right. There we go. We got two. Let's take a look, man. Let's go. That did not work. Check your spelling on that one, my friend. It is not going through for some reason. Hey, thanks, Marshmallow. Happy Monday to you, my friend. All right, Ramon, let's take a look, bro. What's cooking over here? 115 on the badge. Swords are looking good for a 115 badge. Not bad at all. Love to see that 4-gem pink sword soon. Looking good, man. You got like 4 gems all around except the pink's good. Looking good. I don't, yeah. I'm not going to argue with that. I changed my mind. Thought about it, but then Mondays are all right at best. Okay, so good start here. You want to get that Ghost Rider, White Fox, something like that in this last slot, most likely. Preferably Ghost Rider, of course. And then White Fox would replace this if you ever took it out. Glad to see you do have your HP proc on the bottom. Very, very good. All basics blue is nice. And then movement speeds, white is nice. All right, so basically all basics here is the only thing worth locking. Other than that, 3 Black Panther cards. Oh boy. Well, you got some rerolls then, right? Oh my goodness. Energy attack is good. Max HP is good. Lightning resist is not. So again, unfortunately, only the 2 blue stats here that are good in max HP and energy attack. And then here, yeah, all basics. And that was it. Ouch. But it happens. Here we got all basic defense, which is nice. Keep that. Or am I tripping? Yeah, I'm not reading that right. Yeah, I am. It's all basic defense. 4th star, all basic defense. Could try and get the proc here when you're done crafting cards to try and get that energy attack boost. Then here, energy attack, poison resist, crowd control time. Yeah. You can lock the energy attack. Man, you got good luck on your attack stats, though. Good luck on the attack stats. That's nice. But unfortunately, not a lot to lock and roll there. Good start, though. Really good start to the cards. Looking good. Rage, 0.7 per 1. So, gonna want to make sure you try and re-roll this Rage with obelisks to get 0.9 per 1 here. And I actually didn't know this. Kind of ashamed of myself, but you get a 7-second cooldown on a Rage with 0.9 per 1. So it's absolutely imperative, like the competition, that you get that 0.9 per 1 here. It's worth wasting your obelisks. Not wasting, but using your obelisks to get this. The 3-second cooldown reduction here is absolutely huge. Lightning damage, 0.9 per 1 crit. Love it. Nice. Nice. I just like to see that it's PvP relevant. You know what I mean? This I'm not so stoked on. Judgment, it's good. Careful with the exclusive artifacts. Just wasting essence if they're not on the right character. Okay, single proc with crit damage. I think that works. Rage on this guy. Single greed. Really want to get that mighty greed. Make sure if you get another greed, you don't put it on someone else. You make a mighty for your null. Max HP. Decent. Again with the artifacts. Careful. Second authority needed. Okay. All right. So, taking a look at this. Looking for M'Baku. Looking for M'Baku. Where is he at? In some stage of being built. So 6 stars and I just didn't see him? Probably. Is he tier 2? There he is. Oh, just not transcended. Never mind, he's good. He's good, he's there. I just can't see. Okay, so I would say, is Goated here? I think he is. He just asked about a another character. So I was going to make a joke about Venom, but I don't know. We'll skip on that. Let's see. Checking your gears. Okay, so finish Black Bolt. You are invested enough into this tier 4 that it would be a crime not to go ahead and just tier 4 him. Use him where you can. You can cover Universal Villain days or whatever in the meantime with him. But yeah, once you're this far invested into a tier 4, you might as well go all the way. And then honestly, I would look at your null and find him a Mighty Greed and take him tier 4. Hey, Nadar, thanks so much, brother. Welcome to Celestial, my friend. First super chat on the channel. Third Celestial member. Absolute OG. True legend. Thanks, bro. Appreciate you. Okay. Yeah, exactly. You got him locked in. You've already got his gears done. Go ahead and finish him up. And I think maybe you look at null. If you want to do another tier 4, you native tier 1, you can. I would honestly recommend like Gwenpool, because she's going to cover so many days and stuff for you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There are. What does that even give you? I have to check because it was just Desmond for so long, and he's such a homie that he was just like not even worried about it. But there's like, I don't know. I'll like play a game of your choice with you and stuff. We can do Celestial only live streams. Pretty much the world's our oyster at Celestial tier. I don't know, man. We'll figure it out though. We'll find something fun for the 4 of us to do now. All right. Yeah, Gwenpool I think would be a good option just because of how many bases she'll cover for you if you're going to do someone else besides no. I think it's a really good idea. And then Hulk as well is another really good tier 4 option for like this setup that you have. You like. Yeah, I think that's a great path. Yeah, and then Hulk after that. I would even go that far. I would say you could go boom, 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 boom. I know that's a lot of planning out, but like, unless someone replaces Hulk or something shifts, he just covers important days. Not goated. Good Lord. I guess maybe you could wait for a CTP, but that's why he's at the end of the line, right? We're going Black Bolt, then Gwenpool, then Null, then Hulk or someone. Right on, man, and hopefully that helps. Appreciate you being here, Ramon. Appreciate all you guys. Thanks so much for waiting for the account helps. I know they take a long time. I know they're long-winded. Maybe it's our thing, and we can just enjoy that. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate y'all being here. I appreciate your patience with the account help. Like I said, we'll do some more of it throughout the week this week. We're kind of waiting for the next update. We should at least get another cycle of events. I will... You know me, I'm Mr. Positive on this channel. I'm a shill for Marvel Future Fight, bro. I'm always looking at the silver linings. But if they give us a week with no events and stuff, like I would expect to see new events tomorrow. If we don't, my bottom will hurt a little bit and the stream might hear about it. All right, guys. Hey, thank you, Antella. Thanks for being here, man. I appreciate you guys. All right. So for today, that is going to wrap it up. I think we got everything we were trying to do. Looks good to me. Thanks so much for being here. If you enjoyed the stream, had a good time, or learned anything, go ahead and hit that like button. You know it helps us out a ton. If you want to see more of the live stream series, we're doing it every day at 8:30 a.m. Pacific time. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Still working on the guide videos. It's looking like probably Dispatch. That's what people want to know more about, so that's what. All right, my friends, I'm Owen Gray. This is Free to Play, and I hope you all have a spectacular day. It's supposed to be fantastic for like 3 more days. Dang it. I hit it every day but today. See you on the next one, guys.